Hi guys, welcome. Come on in. I'm Vanessa Levin from Pre-K Pages, and I am coming at you live from the Dallas, Texas area tonight. Come on in and let me know in the comments below where you're watching from tonight. What part of the world are you in? I always love to see what kind of reach these Facebook Live broadcasts can have. They reach all over the world. We get lots of viewers from Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Brazil, all over the place. So come on in, guys. And I'm super excited to be sharing some Valentine ideas with you today. I have to tell you that. Come on in and let me know in the comments below where you're coming from. Hi, Lynette. Welcome. Hey, Jessica from Illinois. Wonderful. I have to tell you that when I decided to talk about Valentine's Day tonight, that I said, oh, Valentine's Day, how exciting. And I went out and I got all the Valentine stuff that I thought I might talk about, and I was just, kind of grabbing it. And now I have this giant explosion of Valentine stuff, so you're gonna have to rein me in, because I think this will probably be like 3 broadcasts because there's so much stuff here. Let's see, Shannon from North Dakota, Lee from Orlando, Candy from Michigan, Sarah's here from the Teaching Tribe. Ooh, Graciela from Costa Rica, welcome. Vonda from Indiana, your data. You told me how to say it last time, your data. I don't know, I hope I got it right. Hi from New York. Hello from Katie. We are Valentine's ready, oh good. I like the early birds. Shonda from North Carolina, snow day in Minnesota. Woohoo, way to go. Hey, Jen is here from the Teaching Tribe. Nicole, Stacy, wonderful. Welcome everybody. I'm so glad. I wanted to talk to you about Valentine's Day tonight, because I think that when it comes to Valentine celebration in the classroom, you have to start as far as preparing early, because there's a lot of parts and pieces that go into it. So I thought we would start a little bit early for those early birds, because there's nothing worse than it being the night before Valentine's Day and you're scrambling around trying to pull together what it is that you need for the next day. So, oh yes, Lynette, I've got so much Valentine stuff out that I said, okay, we're going to have to do a separate broadcast on books, and a separate broadcast on math and literacy, and a separate broadcast on the Valentine party, because I have so much stuff. I've got this and this, and it's just like, it's crazy. I didn't realize I had so much Valentine stuff. I just kept pulling out going, ooh, 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 ooh. So anyway, welcome everybody. If you're here from the Teaching Tribe, welcome. Some of the Teaching Tribe members are on their 3rd night with me. We did Facebook Live on Monday, and then last night over in the Teaching Tribe, we had our monthly Power Hour where we talked about second language learners. Tonight we're here. Tomorrow we will be back again. That will be 4 days in a row with Nancy Kopman, a special broadcast at 2 p.m. Eastern. And she will be singing songs with us. She's been here once before. And then tomorrow afternoon, I have another Teaching Tribe office hour with Dr. Danny Brissell. So the Teaching Tribe members will spend like 5 hours with me this week. So anyway, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited. If you know any teachers or anybody who might be interested in hearing about Valentine activities and ideas for the preschool, pre-K, kindergarten classroom, go ahead and share this broadcast or tag your friends, or tap the screen, whatever. There's a million different things you could do. But the Teaching Tribe, I wanted to give a shout out to, let me see if I have her name over here. I think her name is Stephanie. Stephanie from the Teaching Tribe won a ticket to the Frog Street Splash Conference yesterday over in our Teaching Tribe Power Hour. So Stephanie, congratulations. She is coming to Splash, where we will have a Teaching Tribe meetup. So woo! Super exciting. And coming up very soon, we have a Teaching Tribe Membership Appreciation Week. So members of the Teaching Tribe, which is my premium membership site for teachers just like you, teachers of preschool, pre-K, kindergarten, Head Start, in-home childcare, and more, where those teachers can have access 24/7 to all the paid printables from pre-K pages, which is, I believe, after today, I just added the Valentine stuff. So I think it's a $770 value. All of that stuff is available at their fingertips to download 24/7. Then we have our supportive community of new and veteran teachers, a safe haven for asking and answering questions. And then we have 2 trainings every month, 2 online trainings, one with me on a topic of the members choosing, and then we have an office hour where it's a Q&A. So, and each of those comes with a certificate of attendance for 1 hour. And I think I counted today over in the Teaching Tribe, we have 11 power hours. So that's 11 webinars that are ready to watch right now. And then over on the office hours page, I think we had 15 office hours. So that's a lot of hours of stuff that you could watch. Membership is closed right now, but you never know when it's going to open up again. So if you are not in the tribe yet, that you would like to be notified as soon as we open the doors the next time that membership opens, Tom will drop a link in the comments below so that you can add your name to the list and be notified as soon as it's open. All right, guys. So, hey, Vonda, you're totally welcome to join us. Hi, Laura from Colorado. All right. Oop. I can see that. There we go. I know. Wasn't it exciting, Jennifer? I'm so excited for Stephanie. Lynette says the videos are so fun. Thanks for all the good topics. Amanda. Karen from Washington. Lori from the Teaching Tribe. Hi. Okay, so let's get started. So here's the deal. Valentine's Day and Valentine's Day celebrations can be very tricky because there are a lot of parts and pieces. And I have a lot of Valentine resources over at Pre-K Pages. So if you don't want to wait for me to talk about any one of those things, Tom will drop a link to all the resources, all the Valentine resources at Pre-K Pages can be found in one location so that you don't have to sift through the comments to find all the different things I'll be talking about. But I have a lot of stuff for Valentine's Day, and I think that's because it gets very stressful when you're having any kind of Valentine celebration. And I know that some programs don't allow you to celebrate Valentine's Day, and that's fine. But there's a lot of parts and pieces, and it's very tricky because you're asking the parents to send Valentine cards, but how do you do that? And what do the parents need to know? And there's all these parts and pieces. So the first thing I have for you is the Valentine Party Planning Guide. So if you've never had, or if you need help planning your Valentine's Day party in your preschool or kindergarten classroom, the Party Planning Guide will walk you through it step by step. It's everything you could possibly need as far as planning your party goes. So we've got book suggestions, song suggestions, snack suggestions, healthy snacks. We've got notes to parents that are pre-written for you. And then we've got different types of notes. So types of notes where you just want them to send cards, and types of notes where you just want them, you want them to send food in a card, and types of notes where they can volunteer. So there's all different ways that you can do it. So all those notes are pre-written for you. So all you have to do is print that out. There's also activities if you do any kind of stations or centers for Valentine's Day. So all of that is laid out for you in the simplest way to do the whole card thing with little kids. I have that laid out for you in an explanation written for the parents, because it has to be laid out in such a way that's easy to understand. And, parents, the last time they had a Valentine party, it was a long time ago, right? And they may not remember how it went because their parents were the ones sending the Valentines, right? So we can't expect them to know exactly how it works. And if they haven't had any children in school before, this will be their first time with Valentine's Day as a parent. So I lay all that out in the Party Planning Guide for you. That's a free printable over at Pre-K Pages. And there's just a lot of pitfalls that can happen when it comes to Valentine's Day. And if you've ever been to Walmart the night before Valentine's Day, you know what I'm talking about. There's all these parents standing in the Valentine card aisle with their eyes like this big going, what are we supposed to get? What are we supposed to get? You know, and the kids are walking around going, I don't know, she said cards, and they're just freaking out. And I can't tell you how many times I've jumped in to help a parent out and explain the whole thing to them. So here's what I do, especially in preschool, because if this is their first child, they may not know how it works, right? Especially if you have second language learners. So I get 2 of the most innocent Valentine boxes that I can find on sale after the holiday. You can usually get them for a dime or a quarter. And I grab these because not every kid will bring them. It doesn't matter if you work with an affluent population or an at-risk population. Parents are people, and they're busy and they forget and things happen. So I grab a bunch for a quarter and a dime, and that's why my box was so full when I got out all my Valentine stuff, because I had all these boxes of Valentine cards. I get the most innocent ones I can find because I can't stand it when all the kids, it's like every year there's the Valentine card, right, that all the kids have to have, and then everyone passes out the same Valentine. So I try not to perpetuate any of those, you know, violent, cartoony type things. And so it's sweet, innocent Pooh and Tonka here, you know, the most innocent ones I can find. And then I show them to the parents and I explain how it's going to work. My name is written on this box because it's my display box. There's very few Valentines needs. These are used, you know, these are just boxes for props, and I'll show them because sometimes they will go. I had a parent one time who went to Hallmark and bought a Hallmark card for each child, and I had 24 kids in my class, so that was super expensive. So I always want to let them know they're very cheap, and if they don't bring them, I have them. So super easy. And so I bring these out to the carpool lane and I show them to the parents, and I say Walmart, Target, Walmart, Target, and I show them the boxes. I show the boxes to the kids because the kids probably will go to Walmart or Target with their parents, and I'll say, when you're there, look for these boxes. They're usually by the front door. You know, they don't, except for Target, you know, they don't hide their Valentine cards in the back of the store. They put them in the front. So I tell the kids, you know, here's the boxes, go get ones that you like. They still always all bring the same ones every year. And show those to the parents so they know what to look for. And then I explain to the parents too that you don't just buy the box and send it in. So when they send me the box, I actually write the child's name on the front, and then I open it to make sure that they have actually filled out the names, you know, and as far as filling out the names, it's up to you how you want to do that. But in the party planning guide, I have it all laid out for you, because sometimes parents will buy the box and send the box. And if I have 24 kids, I'm not going to be writing all their names on them. So I want to make sure that they've already been filled out. So I take the boxes and I show them to the parents and explain exactly where to find them. And all the parents usually know where Walmart or Target is. So if whatever's closest to your school, I would say that's the store where you get them. So I carry those boxes around, and I have tons of them left over to use with kids who don't bring them. And on the day of the party, I have 5th grade volunteers come down to the classroom and sit with any of the kids whose parents didn't bring them. And each child gets a buddy, and that buddy will help them fill out the cards and tear the perforations and get everything ready so that every kid can pass out the cards. So, all right. So that's the first thing. Then after you do the note to the parents and let them know. Oh, and the thing I was going to say about the note is that the reason you want to know about this right now is because you always want to give parents 2 weeks. Whenever you ask them to bring something to school, give them 2 weeks, because they're busy. And some parents, they don't go to the store every single day. They're very busy. And if you're working with different populations, some populations are very busy going to activities after school, and they have this, that, and the other thing. And stopping at the store just is one more stressful thing they have to do. Some people just go shopping once a week. And so if you let them know on a Monday that your party is Friday, they've already been to the store over the weekend and they have to go to a separate trip. So I like to give them 2 weeks. That allows me to send home reminders at the end of the first week and a couple days before the event and then the night before. And that way I have a much better success rate to getting things sent in. And of course, you don't have to send a paper note. You can take that whole thing and you can turn it into an email or a link that you can send to them, you know, through a text that you do through Remind or whatever your preferred method is of communicating with them. But just give them 2 weeks, whatever way that you do communicate with them. So that's why I thought we would do this tonight, so that you'll have 2 weeks. And I promise if you start letting them know how it's going to work 2 weeks beforehand, you'll have a much greater success rate. And then I have Valentine Bingo. So this is a free printable, another free printable at Pre-K Pages. So if you do have, even if you don't have a party, this is perfectly fine to use. And this is a printable game. I usually do it in small groups, and it's available for free at Pre-K Pages. So Tom will drop a link to the printable Valentine Bingo game, the free printable Valentine Bingo game, and the free party planning guide. And these are great. I actually have a blog post about the educational benefits of bingo. So it's not just like a fun, frivolous game. There are lots of early learning skills that kids are gaining when they play bingo. So this is a free printable that you can get, you know, after you print it and cut it out. There's all these different cards there. Thank you, Jen. I'm glad you like the bingo games. Let me know if you can think of any more themes for the bingo games. I have a bunch of free bingo games at Pre-K Pages, but if you can think of any other themes that I missed, let me know. We can always add more. Mary, great. Mary Margaret has a great question. She's reading my mind. She might be a teacher. So after you do the Valentine card thing and you've read the party planning guide and you've got your bingo, what do they put the cards in? Good question. I have a blog post about that, Mary Margaret. So my favorite all-time one, and I don't have it with me right now, but is the oatmeal container. One year, I was very blessed to have a parent who worked at a hospital. And she happened to work in the cafeteria, and they served a lot of oatmeal. And she came to me and said, you know, I noticed that you collect things. Gee, you might be an early childhood teacher. You collect things like cardboard tubes and bottle caps. She said, and I have like 100 oatmeal containers. Would you be interested in having those? And I was like, yeah. So she brought in 2 giant garbage bags filled with oatmeal containers, and we turned those into Valentine card, you know, containers with a little slit in the lid, and the kids decorated the outside. You can see pictures over at Pre-K Pages. It was the best Valentine container ever. But not everyone has a parent that works at a hospital. So this one here is one of my favorites. This is the one that we've made many times over the years. I think I first made this one my very first year of teaching. It's 2 paper plates. And so this one, the kids do the decorating, but you have to put this together so it's stapled. And there's directions on how to make it over on Pre-K Pages. Tom will drop a link to the Valentine card holder post with these ideas. So we just give the kids, these are little doilies, you know, from Dollar Tree, and little cutout, there's heart stickers and little foamy sticker hearts, whatever you can find at the dollar store, and just let them have at it. You know, so they're not all going to look like this. It's just going to let them decorate it any way they want. And of course, their name isn't going to look like this one either. That's okay. And then we just stapled a little ribbon on there so they could hang it on their cubby. And super easy. So, but you'll need to fold the plates and staple, but there is no glue, so that's good. And then the kids just decorate the front. It's super, super simple and easy. But what I noticed over the years, see how it holds the cards there, is that you'll have to have something else to hold the stuff, because so many parents don't just send cards anymore. They send stuff too. And so they have to have something to carry all the stuff in. So I usually will, if we make something like this, I'll also have like a paper bag that they can carry all the stuff in because this just holds the cards. And then my favorite, the easiest, this is the easiest one. This is the quick and easy one-stop Walmart shop Valentine bag. These white lunch bags you can get at Walmart. they have them with like the Ziploc bags and the tinfoil and stuff. And again, just let them have at different things. So we hole punched a bunch of hearts out and just put them in a bowl on the table, and a different hole punched type papers, and then their little doilies here and some glue, and let them go to town. This one looks like an owl, theirs looks like whatever. And then I usually try to write the child's name somewhere, or have the child write it if they can, because then if we can't see their names really clearly, then the bags get mixed up. And so these are great because they hold more. They're very cheap and inexpensive. They're not, however, the sturdiest thing on the block. So be prepared for that. So usually what I do is we'll have these for the cards, and then again we'll have like a plastic bag or something for the stuff. But those are my 3 favorite, easiest preschool receptacle things to make with the kids. Shannon says, yes, that's exactly what she does. That's because you're a teacher, Shannon. You have all these great ideas. Oh, Lisa will excuse you this time. She says she's late. Lynette, yeah, I always have plastic Ziploc bags too, because, you know, the cute ones are great, but they're not as practical as they could be. Back in the day when kids just brought a card, it was fine, but now they bring the whole kit and caboodle when you do it. Let's see. Avon bags, says Sulema. Just decorate. The Avon ladies will always share. That's a great idea. Never thought of that. Thanks for sharing. Tracy said she just edited and used the parent letter for her Valentine exchange today. Oh, yay. That's great, Tracy. I'm so glad. Yay. Let's see. Empty cereal boxes are awesome. If you can get parents to send empty cereal boxes in, that's a great one too. Jennifer says she also asks for cereal boxes. Let's see. Yay. Okay, I caught up now. I went back to Mary Margaret, so I know that I got that one. Okay. Yes. Oh, ink pads and stamps. Yes. The more the merrier when it comes to putting stuff on your Valentine bag. So stickers, stamps, markers, glitter, the whole shebang. And speaking of stamps, you guys just keep reading my mind. Okay, I love it. So I got these stamps here. Let me pull some out. I got these on Oriental Trading. Let me see how many I can hold in my hands here. I got these on Oriental Trading a few years ago. They're called self-inking stamps, but what they really mean is they're self-inking for one use, and then you will need an ink pad. But that's fine. Kids don't care. These are little cheap ink pad stamps. You can sometimes get them in small quantities at the dollar spot. I like Oriental Trading because they come in a large quantity. So if you have a large class, you know, there's a lot in the box. I think when it comes to the stamps, there's 2 dozen, I think. But you can also get them a lot of times at Target in the dollar spot as well. But I love these little stamps. Here's a set that I got at the dollar spot a few years ago. And they're just little self-inking stamps, and they can use them to decorate their bags. But I also use them for math because one-to-one correspondence, right? So I might give them a paper grid, and they can roll their cube, you know, their dice. And then each time they roll it, they stamp that number of squares on their grid. So it's one-to-one correspondence. Super easy. You can do that for math. You can have them do a counting book. You know, the first page has 1 heart. The second page has 2 sheep, 2 flying sheep. The third page has whatever. So whatever your stamps say. I think there's 6 different stamps in this set that I got, 6 different types of stamps at least. So that is another one. Stamps are great. Thanks for reminding me of that. And the stickers, I was talking about using stickers. You get them for $1. And that's what I like about them, because you get a whole bunch for $1. There you go. It even has the $1 sticker on it, okay? And so what I will do is give each kid, like I'll cut each page into thirds or something and give a third to each kid, and that way $1 covers the whole class, and whatever is on their page is what they can decorate their bag with. But another way to use these is with math again. So again, they can do that same thing with the grid, where maybe you just have a grid with 20 in it or something, or 2 10 frames, and they can roll their dice and then add that number of stickers each time they roll. Counting activities with these. These are great fine motor. So I have a fine motor post over at Pre-K Pages, all about the different fine motor activities you can do around Valentine's Day. You know, using the stuff that you already have, like construction paper, scissors, markers, glue. So all kinds of fine motor stuff over there on that post. But stickers are great for fine motor because when kids pull them off, do you see? When they pull the stickers off, they have to use these 2 fingers, right? Can you pull the sticker off with your whole hand or just 1 finger? You need those fingers. And that's the pincher grasp right there. Those are muscles they're exercising in their hands. So they pull them off. And of course, not all stickers are created equal, and some are difficult to get off and some are not, but it's great practice for them. Oh, tissue boxes, Wanda says, that's a great idea for the Valentine containers. I've done that before too. Those are awesome. My problem is with the storage. So if I have 2 classes of 24, I have to store almost 50 cereal or tissue boxes, and that becomes a problem. Lynette says, don't get me started on my love of stamps. Yes, kids too, right? Shoe boxes are great. I've done that one. Again, storage is a problem for me. Laura says they used to use those paper bags like you mentioned, but they do come in with more than just cards, and the bags are not always sturdy. And now they ask for shoe boxes. That's great. Let's see. Just catching up on the comments. The dollar sticker packs, you can find the dollar sticker sets at a lot of places. If you're in the States here, places like CVS and Walgreens will have them for every season. They probably have Valentine right now, and next week they will add the St. Patrick's Day one. I have them for everything, everything. Whenever I see these dollar packs, I just buy a couple packs. And sometimes the Dollar Tree, you know, you never know. This one here has a $1 on it. See that one? And I don't know if that's the Dollar General symbol. I'm not sure. It doesn't say, but you get them at places like that. And this one was a really cool one because it had lots of stickers. Every page was like that. So super fun. I love stickers. And then the foamies are awesome. If you haven't done the foamies, they have those at the Dollar Tree usually. And they're foam, but they're sticky on the back. And these are great with kids who have more difficulty with the regular stickers because these have more depth to them, so they're easier to peel the backing off of, theoretically. So, all right, I'm going to put that down. Okay, so we have talked about the cards and the containers and the bingo game and the stamps. Oh, and here's my erasers. These, I forget where, oh, here they are. I forget which store I bought. These are old. I don't have any recollection of what store it was I got them in. I think they're Dollar Tree because they're bigger. Dollar Tree's erasers are usually bigger, right? So I think this must be them. They're not the little itty bitty ones. They're usually a little bigger. So these are probably from the Dollar Tree. And these are great. Every time, look at how thick they are. Every time they pick them up, you have to pick them up like this with your pincher grasp. You can't pick them up any other way. So they're great. Just picking them up off the table is great for kids. So I'll play my ice cube tray game with these. Each child gets an ice cube tray. They roll their dice, and then they have to put that number of erasers into the tray, 1-to-1 correspondence. If you have a 10-frame type of ice cube tray, that's great. Or you can get the 10-frame trays as well. I think I bought mine on Amazon, I'm not sure. And if you don't have any of that, use an egg carton and cut off the last 2 parts of it. And that's how you can do that. And so these erasers are like gold. You can use them for counting, sorting, patterning, you name it. And they come in all these different little colors and patterns. So super easy to create all kinds of math activities with those. And then of course, my well-loved heart trays. These are silicone. I don't remember where I got them. They're well used, but you could put them in the Play-Doh center. You can use them as for math, the same way I just mentioned. Or my favorite way is to make crayons. And I do have a post about how to make crayons in the microwave. It is not with the Valentine post. I would put in, Pre-K Pages put in how to make crayons in the search box, but a lot of times in the past I've made crayons for Valentine's Day. Each child, and they're just rainbow colored because I just the recipe is there at the blog post. But you put them in here, and they make the most wonderful little heart-shaped crayons, and they make great Valentine gifts. And this tray makes quite a bit, so I really just needed 2 trays, but I have a whole bunch for different games and stuff. But they're just silicone. All right. Strawberries cut in the shape of hearts. Ooh, yum, now I want strawberries. Safe Valentine snacks for that special day. Angela, I have, over at Pre-K Pages, I have the Valentine Party Planning Guide. So it has snack suggestions in there. It's a free printable Valentine Party Planning Guide. There's snack suggestions in there. And then over on Pre-K Pages, we have, there is one Valentine snack post, and I think it's bread and jelly. You'll have to look. And then look at my other party posts, because any of those party foods that I have over at Pre-K Pages could be used for any party. So I have like a winter party celebration with snack ideas, a Halloween party snack ideas, and they're all like fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. There's healthy options and then not so healthy options depending on what your school requires. Tammy has a great idea. It says, Valentine's week we do the Queen of Hearts nursery rhyme, and they have tarts which are just bread cut in heart shapes with strawberry jam. Yes, so that snack recipe at Pre-K Pages would go perfectly with that, Tammy. That is a great idea. Wonderful. Let's see. Okay, just checking to make sure I'm caught up. Hey, Lori, welcome. Chocolate scented Play-Doh. Yes, there's a recipe for that at Pre-K Pages, Rhonda. If anyone needs the recipe, I was just going to show you. You guys are just reading my mind tonight. You're on fire. I think everything I've said, you've got me on it. You're like ahead of me. That's awesome. So over at Pre-K Pages, I have a whole post on chocolate Play-Doh. I found these little heart-shaped silicone muffin wrappers, or whatever you want to call them, at the Target dollar spot a couple years ago, and I made chocolate Play-Doh, and it was super fun because the texture was just so soft and the color was so rich. And they can make little chocolate heart cupcakes or whatever. So definitely chocolate Play-Doh, and then or scented, strawberry Play-Doh. We have a Valentine Play-Doh recipe over at Pre-K Pages too. And then my cookie cutters from the dollar store, my heart shaped. They came in graduated sizes, so the kids, it would be great for learning about sizes. So definitely Play-Doh. Let's see. Kathy is kid-free for the evening. Ooh, Peggy said she made individual biscuit pizzas for Valentine's Day. That's great. Wonderful. Oh, Rhonda's part of her message that I didn't read was that it's a great idea. Hold on, did it go away from me? The heart boxes. Are you talking about the heart boxes? Like when the kids give you chocolate candy for Valentine's Day in a heart box, you save the heart box, and then when they're making their chocolate Play-Doh, they can put the Play-Doh in the heart-shaped box. That is so cool. I have a box around here somewhere, and it had only 4 places in it for candy, and each candy was a different shape. I was like, yes, This was made for preschool. So I've had it for years and years, and the kids love it every year. Hey, Sheila, welcome. Nice to see you. Michelle has a recipe that she uses for a Valentine snack: pureed strawberry, blueberries, mango, mixed with honey and yogurt. Swirl and freeze. That sounds amazing. She calls it unicorn bark. That's awesome. Wonderful. Okay. Yes, Lori, that must have been the comment that I saw. She's talking about using the chocolate box with the chocolate Play-Doh. Wonderful. Okay. And Rhonda said that's what she was talking about too. So fun. And you know, by this point in the year, February, I really don't have kids who eat Play-Doh at this point, usually. I mean, there's always exceptions to every rule. But honestly, if they've been with you since the beginning of the year and you have been modeling how to use Play-Doh and what Play-Doh is for and what we do and don't do with Play-Doh and how it's not good for you to eat it because it has germs and all of that stuff, I don't usually have kids putting Play-Doh in their mouth much beyond the first week of school, if ever. Hey, Mel, welcome. Another thing I found, and I do want to let you know, I'll do another broadcast about books. Valentine books and maybe some more math activities. The Valentine, for those of you not in the teaching tribe, the Valentine literacy packet is ready. And you can find that over at Pre-K Pages. Tom will drop a link for you, and we'll have the math one up tomorrow. I don't have any of those activities out with me tonight, but you can go take a look at the preview over there as well. So if you're prepping your Valentine math and literacy small group activities and things like that, you'll want to take a look at that. Hey, Barb. So one year, one of my kids, can you see how this moves? One of my kids brought these Valentines to school. And they're very thick and shiny, and they were not that expensive. And I just thought they were the coolest things ever. Look at that. They move. And I could tell that they were very durable and something that I wanted. So I asked her, you know, what store you got those at? And she told me, and I went and got a couple packs, and I turned them into playing cards. And even the back is nice and clear. Look at that. I'm sure they came from Walmart or Target. And I turned them into playing cards. So a couple years ago in the Target dollar spot, they had these mailboxes. Did you see them? I don't know if they have them this year. But look, let me see if I can do it backwards. These fit in there so perfectly. So I can put a Post-it here or write right on the little box. Like I can write the letter A. And then I can write, you know, like maybe the uppercase A, and then I'll write the lowercase a on the back of one card, and then different letters on the other cards, and they have to match the, doing it backwards here, I have to match the, you know, cards to the right mailbox. You could do a bunch of different ways, but they absolutely love putting mail in the mailbox. It is like their favorite thing ever, and then they'll sit there and do this, just like, look at that, look at that. I have trouble not looking at that. I mean, that is so cool. So they're really durable cards. I don't know if they're selling them this year or what. And I love them because they're not some crazy cartoony Disney character. They're animals. They're puppies and they're kitties. And I really think that's what kids should have. Puppies, kitties, Winnie the Pooh, little innocent kids. So anyway, I absolutely go crazy for these, and they're very sturdy. I have never had one. They don't get dirty, they don't rip. They're probably very bad for the environment, but they'll last forever in the classroom. So Angela says she wishes that I could personal shop for her class. That would be a fun job. I could be a personal teacher shopper. Hello, that sounds like a business op to me. That would be fun. You mean you would pay me to go to the Dollar Tree? So how much would you pay for a service like that, Angela? Just wondering, just saying. So guys, we've gone through most of my stash that's up here. So at least I didn't go for way, way, way too long. But we'll be back. Let's see, today's Wednesday. We'll be back Monday with another broadcast, and sometime between now and the end of next week, we'll come back with the book suggestions and we'll come back with some math and literacy activities specifically. But in the meantime, go over to Pre-K Pages, check out all of the Valentine resources we have there. And I'm pretty sure I have a post about my favorite Valentine books for kids too. So if you don't want to wait for the broadcast, and you really do, if you're going to get your books from the library, you need to have your Valentine books already. Like if you haven't got them today, go tomorrow, because they might already be gone. Hey Peggy, I'm filming in my home office because now I can use my laptop to go live instead of my phone, and that makes it easy. Hey Devaney, I know, isn't this scarf awesome? She says she has the same scarf. That's because you're awesome, Devaney. Let's see. All right. Yes, so I'm in my office because the phone, I just have the ability to go on my desktop, and now I can see your comments and I can scroll through them, and it's just amazing. Happy Valentine's Day to me. All right, thank you so much, guys. If you're in the Teaching Tribe, make sure that you go over to the Power Hour page, watch last night's Power Hour if you haven't already, and congratulate Stephanie on her win of the ticket to Frog Street Splash Early Childhood Conference this summer at the Gaylord Texan in Grapevine, Texas. That's super exciting. And then join us tomorrow if you're in the Teaching Tribe for the office hours with Dr. Danny Brissell, again on the topic of second language learners. And if you're not a member of the Teaching Tribe, but you were interested in joining us over in the Teaching Tribe, where members just like you, teachers of preschool, pre-K, kindergarten, Head Start, and more, where those teachers have access 24/7 to all of the paid printables at Pre-K Pages, a $770 value, a supportive community of new and veteran teachers, a safe haven for asking and answering questions, and 2 online learning webinars every month, each one worth 1 hour certificate of attendance. Those are all available to you and more over in the Teaching Tribe. Just put your name on the list below and you'll be notified as soon as we open membership to our next incoming class.